The assassination of Murtala Muhammed was greeted with mixed reactions from Nigerians across the country. While most Nigerians grieved the killing of their revered and no-nonsense leader, others believe his alleged role in the July 29, 1966 northern counter-coup and the Igbo pogrom that followed, as well as a massacre in Asaba in October 7, 1967, means he was deserving of whatever fate that befell him. He was killed in a failed coup attempt by Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka Dimka on 13th February 1976. In this video, we will examine the key actions and inactions that led to his assassination. Welcome to Hispro Media. Gabriel here. My analytics indicates that 94% of people watching my videos are not subscribed. Am I doing something wrong? Let me know in the comment section. In the meantime, please subscribe and enable notification, and remember to book the like button on this video. It will go a long way to help us with the algorithm. While riding the crest of the wave of popular opinion, Murtala made 3 mistakes that may have completely sealed his fate. As defense spending continued to be the largest item in the budget, and as Brigadier Danjuma pointed out, 90% of defense expenditure went on soldiers' salary. The government therefore considered it necessary to reduce the size of the army's personnel in order to reduce defense expenditure. Moreover, some elements of the army were viewed as little more than armed political parties that could threaten the existence of any civilian government. With this decision, Murtala Muhammed pitched himself against his fellow men on uniform. During the Civil War, the Nigerian army had grown from a light colonial army of less than 10,000 men, which many had thought would only be used for internal security, into a bloated and heavily armed force of about 250,000 men. Murtala decided to cut the numerical strength of the army to below 150,000. However, some officers were not overjoyed at the prospect of being removed from the army and thrown into an uncertain life on the street. While he was untouchable in the eyes of the civilian population, Murtala's demobilization plan, although making perfect economic sense, upset some in his primary constituency, the army. The second of 3 mistakes that may have proved fatal for Murtala Muhammed was his distorted promotion of officers. When Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon became the head of state in 1966, he waited till the outbreak of the Nigerian Civil War in 1967 before promoting himself to Major General. After the war, Gowon promoted himself again and became Nigeria's first 4-star general. These promotions were necessary at first in order to stabilize Gowon's position as head of state, despite the presence of officers having superior ranks in his regime. When Murtala Muhammed came to office in 1975, he sought to remove officers of superior seniority to himself. Then a brigadier, Murtala ordered the retirement of all armed forces officers of the rank of Major General and above. For several months, Murtala's government functioned with 4 brigadiers at its apex: Murtala himself, Olusegun Obasanjo, T.Y. Danjuma, and Ilia Bisala. He promoted himself to a 4-star general. His deputy Olusegun Obasanjo and the chief of army staff, Theophilus Danjuma, were promoted to lieutenant general. However, the most controversial promotion was that of the defense commissioner Ilia Bisala, who was promoted to Major General only. This limited promotion for Bisala defied all logic, as it made him subordinate to Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Danjuma. Bisala was understandably unhappy that a former subordinate of his was now his superior. Moreover, the limited promotion of Bisala made little logistical sense, as Danjuma's post was theoretically within and under Bisala's defense ministry. While Gowon's promotion were necessary to cement his position as head of state, Murtala Muhammed's promotions were unnecessary, distorted the chain of command within the defense ministry, and created bad blood, particularly between Danjuma and Bisala. Murtala Muhammed's third fatal mistake was his failure to take his personal security more seriously. Perhaps due to his personal popularity, Murtala had never bothered with the massive security detail characteristics of so many modern heads of state. He mingled with the masses in the teeming streets of Lagos and drove around town without a motor card. He would surprise others by showing up at various locations unexpectedly and without security. In early 1976, his deputy Lieutenant General Obasanjo was concerned about his boss' casual attitude towards security, and he advised him to take his personal security more seriously. But Murtala, in his typical defiance, refused to heed his deputy's suggestion, saying if anyone was planning to topple him, if they succeeded in killing all of us, good luck to them in managing Nigeria's affairs and the various problems that come with it. Routine was what proved fatal for Murtala Muhammed's security. And of course, if you have not booped the like button on this video, kindly do it now. Thank you. Gowon's regime had remained neutral in the simmering Cold War between the two superpowers of the world at that time, the United States of America and the Soviet Union. While the Gowon's regime bought weapons from the Soviets, he remains on cordial terms with Western nations. However, Murtala Muhammed's regime embarked on a more assertive foreign policy. Contrary to the wishes of the United States, it unilaterally recognized the Marxist MPLA as the legitimate government of Angola. Murtala then rallied other African countries to follow suit and backed up his diplomatic actions with massive financial aid to the MPLA. Some Western powers may have become concerned that the new regime in Africa's richest country was galvanizing African countries to recognize a government with communist ideology. This was partly why Nigerians accused the CIA of being behind Murtala Muhammed's assassination. Murtala Muhammed was assassinated in an abortive military coup led by Lieutenant Colonel B.S. Dimka after only 6 months in office. Dimka was the head of the Army's Physical Training Corps. The mutineers later justified their coup by explaining that they were angered by Murtala's plans to reduce the size of the army, as they almost certainly would have been laid off. They also felt that the Supreme Military Council was going communist. If you have any value from this video, please hit the like button. And for how Colonel Ibrahim Babangida single-handedly aborted the Dimka coup, please check the video displayed here. And I'll see you in one of those videos. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.